Hey everybody, this is Sandy from Sandoodle's Desk, and today's video is a little bit of a unique one. I've always wanted to do a video where I show you how I use my planner throughout the week, so what my thought process is, what I write into my bullet journal each day, and just different aspects of how I use my planner. And I thought I would integrate it into a little bit more of a vlog style because this week is special to me. My fiance and I are looking at potential wedding venues, so I thought it'd be a good week to share the process of our wedding planning, but also how I have been relying on my bullet journal to keep me organized during this time. So today is actually Sunday. It's Sunday, September 3rd. I like to have my monthly calendars start on Sundays down to Saturdays, but my weeklies actually have been Monday starts. But in order to have sort of the setup for my Monday starts, I have to do it on the Sunday, which is why I'm starting my video today. And today is actually our first venue that we're seeing. So I'm actually just going to start off by setting up a few pages. I'm going to set up my weekly spread for next week and also a few spreads just to help me get a handle of things. So I'll just do that as a quick speed through time lapse. I'm starting off by creating a banner at the top. I'm using the Tombow marker in number 772. I like to create the bar across the top for all of my weekly or more planning pages versus my collection pages that just have the text in a colored marker. This just helps me quickly find where all of my more mundane planning pages are compared to my fun collections. And you'll see here I started setting up my standard 6-column weekly spread with the weekend stacked, but I quickly realized that I miscounted the number of squares, so this is your warning to always count twice, draw once, even with a ruler. I also switched over to a longer ruler because my tiny Hobonichi stencil was taking way too long. Even though it's a small ruler, for my small planner, it was too small. So I switched over to make things go by a little bit faster and a little bit straighter so that I didn't have to constantly shift my ruler down. I also use the same marker as the header to write in all of my dates. I don't write the numbers for my weeklies just because it's in the header, and I figured it's one step I can kind of save on. Created a few spreads as collections as well. The first one is a workout plan, and spoiler alert, I'm recording this voiceover after this week has passed, and I did not use my workout planner at all. In my defense, I did not feel the greatest, so this ended up being more of a calorie tracker, just a few notes, but was not my most used spread this week. And last but not least, I have some venue notes. Alrighty, so I just finished setting up my pages that I need, at least as of right now, and you can see it's pretty minimal. I just have my weekly spread, which I did make a mistake and miscounted how many boxes I need. Then I have a weekly workout plan and also a page just to keep track of some of my notes as I'm visiting venues. And that's really it. So my weekly setup's pretty minimal. I'll probably start to fill in the days as I go on, but as of right now it's still Sunday, so I'm actually looking into the page before in my September page just to see where I'm at for the day. So today I'm actually visiting my first venue at 2 p.m. and I actually have to start getting ready for that. So I'm gonna first think about that and then move into what I want to do for next week. I'm almost done with getting ready to go to our first venue tour, but I wanted to show you some of the different jewelry and accessory pieces that I'll be wearing today. Starting off with my left hand, I have my Apple Watch. I wear this pretty much every single day to track all of my activities, and I love switching out the bands to fit different moods and what I have going on that day. I also have, of course, my engagement ring since we're going venue viewing today. Need to have that. Next up, I have these two beautiful bracelets from Ana Luisa that I will be stacking together. I want to give a thank you to the team at Ana Luisa for collaborating with me and sending over these two bracelets. I got them a while back and they came in these adorable little teal pouches, and I love the way that the bracelets both pair together. I'll have both of these bracelets linked in the description box, but I wanted to give a quick close-up. The first one I got is the Harry. It's a satellite style bracelet with little balls around the chain. It's super dainty and easy to wear with all my other bracelets since it's simple but still offers a little bit more detail than a plain chain. But this one is the Lisa rope bracelet. This is my favorite by far. I love how this is a little bit chunkier than the Harry, but it still is very soft and dainty. And it also has a super cute heart charm, I guess, at the end of it, which just adds a little something. And there are so many different bundles that Ana Luisa sells, but these are the two that I love pairing together. Every single one of their pieces have gone through testing to make sure that they are long lasting, aka water and tarnish resistant, but they're still affordable, which is my favorite thing as a Canadian who struggles with conversion rates. I get so disappointed when I see USDs and then Canadian is so much more. But these are still affordable and they have affordable shipping options, so you are not losing an arm and a leg. They also offer free exchanges and returns plus a 2-year warranty, so it's really a no-brainer. If you're looking to treat yourself or even buy a gift for a friend or family member, which is me later when I'm buying bridesmaids gifts, but don't tell anyone, I'm so excited to announce that I now have a discount code with Ana Luisa. You can use the code SANDOODLES20 at checkout to save 20% off, or even quicker, click the link in the bio and it'll take you straight there so you can start shopping right away. And last but not least, I'm putting on this snake chain necklace. And that is it for all of my accessories. So I'm just wearing a green crop top and some kind of floral greenery long flowy pants, and then just to go with the full green monochromatic look, I'm using this Lululemon camera bag that I have, and of course I have my green bullet journal and also a pen in here so that I can take a few notes while we're out today. And that is pretty much my full look. This was the first venue that we went to. It was really beautiful and set up for someone's wedding already, so it was great to see the final vision. It is now actually many hours later in the day. It's still Sunday, but you can tell by this lighting I had to use some overhead lighting, but I still wanted to show you how I am going to fill in my planner, mostly for the rest of the week, now that I have a moment and I'm back home after doing my first site visit, venue tour. I really loved it, but I think I still need to see all my other options for me to figure out what I like. So now I'm just flipping back and forth between my monthly page and my weekly to try and fill in some of the information and yeah, fill in pages and anything else that I have to do for this week. I'm just going to start planning it into my planner. I think this is pretty much all I'm going to do for the remainder of tonight. I'm not going to fill all too much more into this weekly spread, but I do see now it's a little bit blank here. Anytime I have sort of blank spots, I love to fill it with either tape or something else. So I'm just going to use a little bit of a washi tape just to fill that in. This is a washi tape from Traveler's Company that I haven't had the chance to really use yet. Oh, and before I forget, I'm also just gonna note in here that I should film this weekly. And that is pretty much all it for today. Alright, see you tomorrow. Okay. Oh, that's a very full cup of tea. And of course the planner. Hello everybody. It's Monday now. Today's actually a holiday. It's Labor Day. At least the day I'm filming this. So it's just a chill day at home. I don't think I'll really have all that much to do. So looking at my list, I'm just going to redo my nails today. I did not actually end up waking in time for my yoga class, so I'm going to just cross that off. But I'm going to study for an exam I have upcoming, do some laundry, and work on doing my nails. I'm going to start off with studying. So if I do my monthly review, I'll come back and just share a quick time lapse, of that. But to be honest, I want to study a little bit more today, so I might move this into the next day. So you might see me actually working on this on Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll see how things turn out. Yeah, like I said, if it's chill day, I don't really touch my planner all that much besides one quick review in the morning. Alrighty. So it's currently Tuesday. I actually just got home from work. Couldn't really record much at work, but I honestly didn't do all that much. I put down a few tasks. I also signed up for a few yoga classes, so I added that into my spread. But today I wanted to fill in my August review page, which is why I pulled out my Polaroid to print a picture out. This film actually, I didn't realize, but this actually expired in May. So I'm hoping that the film still turns out okay. It seems to be developing alright so far. My goal, I guess I've only done it one other time, but I wanted to just print out one Polaroid per month to show one of my highlights for that month. So last month my friends and I had an engagement party, and this month I wanted to highlight the fact that I went to Oshiega and saw my idol Carly Rae Jepsen. Really excited. This was from my Be Real, so you can see me and my partner in the background, but Carly's right here. We were really close, so super excited about that. But I want to pick out a few colors for this spread first. Alright, for my supplies, I have a brown grid washi tape and this, I guess, Studying Coffee Monsters Co. tape and brown. And then for Tombos, I have 025, 912, and 992. So I'm going to do just some blobs to set the space. I love using brush markers for this to make coloring go by really quickly, but I first used one lighter brown and then a yellow color to add a few accents. I decided to put my Polaroid kind of on the bottom right hand corner, and then I just glued it down with a bit of washi and some tape roller. I believe it's from Tombow. Then I used the washi tape from the Coffee Monsters Co. and added a little bit of notes and just lettering around it. If you caught that, I actually spelled Oshiega wrong. Oshiega is the name of the concert or music festival that I went to, but apparently I can't spell it, so I had to fix that up. think that's all I'm really gonna do. A little minimal, not too much for comparison. Pretty simple, pretty light, nothing too crazy. This picture actually turned out really well. Like, I can see all the details even though it was expired film, so that's really great. I also had a few other spreads I wanted to make today. I wanted to add a wish list. I think there are just some things that I want and I want to keep track of that I just need to create a wish list for. Then something else I wanted to look into that I just learned today, but I probably may not look into it today, but I wanted to at least put down the header as a reminder, is to read up more about the 7 habits of, what's it called? I have my iPad here. So it's the 7 habits of highly effective people. I saw that my work was offering a workshop on this. I don't think I'll do the workshop, but I did want to just learn more about it. It's also from the Franklin Covey brand, I guess, company, the same people who make the planner. So I was really interested and wanted to learn a little bit more. So I think I'm just going to create a notes page and just fill it in whenever I have time, probably maybe tomorrow at lunch or something like that. I just did a simple header similar to all of the other collection spreads that I have in my bullet journal, just using a Pentel Sign brush pen. But I also went back to my wish list and added a table to it. Typically, this is just a check mark to show if I ended up buying something or not, the amount of money it costs, just so I can budget for it, and of course, the item itself. That'll be really it. I had some nail polishes I wanted to add, but I'll do that a little bit later because it is pretty much dinner time. It's 5:45, so I'm gonna go eat, but I will come back and probably update you on where I'm at with my planner tomorrow. Right, bye. I'm sitting at my desk right now, working from home, so it's a really big mess. But I wanted to show how the spreads that I set up yesterday are going. So this is the 7 habits of highly effective people. I started putting in some notes, still researching, and I put in a page just to expand on the 4 quadrants of time management. But just a check-in for today. I haven't really added too much to my weekly spread or of my workout. I need to track my calories from yesterday. And then I added a few things to my expenses, but overall, it's a pretty light day today for me. The next venue we went to, I think, is my favorite and the one that we're going to go with. I love the atmosphere of this. Hello, everybody. It is actually Friday today. If you're wondering where Thursday went, it's honestly, I went to the office yesterday and I was in a rush to catch my bus and just forgot to pack my planner since I was working from home the day before. So I didn't use my planner, gasp. This is just the realistic view of how my week has been going. My day was fairly straightforward, and that applies to most of the days I go into the office. I didn't have all too much, except I did end up canceling a few of my appointments for yesterday and for today. Just wasn't feeling too great yesterday, so I ended up canceling and rescheduling some of my appointments. With that, there isn't too much to update. I don't use my planner every single day very intensely, so it hasn't really been much. I started filling in my wish list, finished up with my 7 habits kind of spread, and that is really it. I'm actually getting ready to go out to, I wouldn't even call it a cafe. If you're from Canada, I'm going out to Tim Hortons just so I can study a little bit there. If you're American, I've never been to a Tim Hortons in Canada. It's a chain coffee shop, so it's not a cafe, but it has enough tables, at least at my local location, that I can just sit for a few hours and study. And I just want to show you a few of the things that I'm packing. I'll be, of course, taking my planner, and I'll try and film a few clips of me studying or how I plan out my studying in here, which again, I don't really have all too much to do, so it's a very calm day for being in my planner. I'm gonna pack a few things into my pen case. This pen case doesn't really hold too much, maybe 5 pens at most, but it's so beautiful. This is from Think Think K, who's a Canadian leather and stationery maker. I have quite a few of her planner covers, and I picked this pencil case up last time I made a purchase. So I'm just going to start packing a few things. I love carrying around the I love carrying around the Pilot multi-ball because it writes on transparent sticky notes and pretty much anything else, so it's always great. And the Tombow Fudenosuke, I think, is this the hard tip? Okay, this is the hard tip one, just for any times I need something a little bit bolder. A pencil, and those are kind of my 3 go-tos. My everyday pen lately has been the Pilot Friction. I'll either keep it clipped onto my planner itself, or today I'm just gonna throw it into this. The next up thing, I want to pack a plain pen. By plain, I mean just a standard ballpoint or gel pen. Not too sure where I got this one from. There's a brand name, but just for my notes, I don't need anything too fancy, and I don't want to use up my gel pen ink. This was a Pentel sign pen that I had from just a few headers, but I'm going to keep this at home. And I'm going to add in just a highlighter. This is the mild liner from Zebra in the color gold. So I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to pack a few of these sticky notes. So these are the ones that are kind of that transparent material that regular pens just don't work all that well on. By regular, I mean gel pens. Ballpoint does work, I just don't like ballpoint, I guess. Don't have an excuse, I hate on ballpoints, so that's sad. So I'll pack that. I'm also going to bring my headphones so that I can kind of close off the world. I like to wear my big headphones. These ones are Apple AirPod Max. I just find that this is the best way to not be distracted, and I can listen to these a lot longer than I can with AirPods Pros or like little in-bud earphones. So I'll be putting that in my bag. And then last but not least, I'm going to bring my Kobo. I've been trying to read a little bit more in my downtime instead of turning on my phone and going on like TikTok. So I've been bringing this around, but to be honest, the last few days I was reading a physical book, and I wanted to go back to reading my Kobo, which I hope I didn't break, because I switched over from using a full like cover case into the style with the strapsicle, so that I can just put my hand in the back like that. But I feel like I don't protect the face, and I'm wondering if I like squished it and now it's kind of broken. I see the words from my book underneath, so I'm a little bit concerned. So I'm gonna go plug this in before I head out, just so I can see if that's the issue. But these are sort of my study must-haves. And of course I'll bring my phone and my notes, of course. That's just in a Muji standard notebook, and I have a whole bunch of like papers inside, so I won't show you all of that. Today I'm not going to be using my iPad to study, so I won't be packing that, but I'll switch between either my physical paper notes or my iPad, which is why you don't see that iPad today.
So it's a RAS, right? RAS. That's how your brain, even now, you look around, around us, right? The lighting, the roofing.
This was the last venue on our list this week to visit. I love the way that this was set up for a wedding as well. It is now the end of the night, as you can probably tell by the lighting. But this is pretty much the last day that I'm going to film my video. I'll do a little preview of my thought process while going into the next week, but I just wanted to show you how, although I have a setup for my planner and my bullet journal, and I may refer to it most days, I honestly don't add all too much, especially when I'm working with a weekly layout like this. My weekends are pretty set, there aren't too many things happening, and when I have a pretty standard day at work, I also don't really pull out my planner too much. It really helps me to kind of set my review at the beginning of the week, and then beyond that, I sort of look at my online calendars or just know when big events come up. So in this week, I had, of course, my weekly spread, and then I created additional spreads for my workout that I did not end up using. This week was just sort of a busy week for me, so I didn't have any workouts. So my workout plan was more of just a food tracker and stuff. Some notes on the venues, which again I didn't end up filling in beyond that first day. I have my wish list, which I did add a few things to, and then my 7 habits of highly effective people and the quadrant of time management spreads that I've created. These are sort of more notes pages, and I may not necessarily refer to it all too much. I added a few things to my table of contents because I realized I forgot to add in a lot of my September setup and also some of those spreads that I've made since then. But yeah, I just wanted to end off this video by letting you know that you don't have to use your planner every single day. You don't need to create complex daily spreads in order to stay on top of any projects or tasks that you have. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments. Bye! A huge thank you again to Ana Luisa for partnering with me on this video. If you're looking to shop some beautiful timeless pieces of jewelry that won't break the bank, look below in the description box for more information and my code for how to save 28% off. Bye everyone!